Thanks for joining us today to discuss life and godliness with Rick and Angela Carter. If you'd like to be part of the conversation, email us at cartersforhope@gmail.com. That's Carters, the number 4, hope@gmail.com. Any questions you have, we'll discuss in future episodes. Right now, sit back and let's join in on the conversation. Hello, everyone. Welcome from sunny Colorado.
Finally, after a week of clouds.
Rain and cold when we got here. It was crazy. We just finished up a regional Hope Conference in Tri-Town Baptist Church. I don't know why I said...
Try with an I, not with a Y.
Correct. And we're in Frederick, Colorado. And we had a great week. Great time. Good spirit. Good time with friends. And... enjoy that. We're looking forward to a little drive through the mountains tomorrow.
When he says we, he means he.
We got to drive over the mountains, over the Rockies, so going into Utah. And
we drove through Wyoming. I'm familiar with that, so that was not going to be a big deal.
We haven't pulled the fifth wheel through the I-70 yet, but that's what we've got to do this time. So we're going to be
a bit nervous.
We're going to be pulling the trailer through the. We're thankful for a new truck, I'll tell you that. So, our topic today is pet peeves. Those things that just annoy you.
Because that's the
Those
mood I'm
things
in.
that you're like, I can't stand it when that happens. Why are they doing that? Everybody has them.
Yes.
Everybody has pet peeves.
Yes.
And some people have more than others. And yet, at the same time, I have a few, but they're mostly related to things that I have to do all the time. And then it's like, why are you being such a jerk right now instead of being good? You don't have to be bad. You're making me look bad in front of God. So, because my bad attitude gets there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm sure everybody has pet peeves, and feel free to make comments on this episode.
Maybe.
And share your pet peeves as long as they're...
As long as it's not about us.
Well, you can share pet peeves about Angela at least. So.
Wow. All right. Going there, are we?
None of my pet peeves have to do with you, actually.
Most of mine don't.
See how we are? See how that is? All right. So we're going to kind of go back and forth. And I actually have more pet peeves than Angela, so I'm going to start.
Go for it.
I only have, not a lot more, but one more. I'm starting at the bottom of my list. Not that means that it's the least. I'm just going to work my way from bottom to the top.
Okay.
So
I'm going to start at the top and go to the bottom then.
That's fine. So my number 9 pet peeve, and we may, as we're talking about pet peeves, we may remember more as we go. That's always a possibility. Like, share, and subscribe, by the way.
Yes.
And
Carter's, the number 4 hope.
Yep. If you want to send a comment to us privately and or request a topic, please do so. All right. My number 9 pet peeve is people parking in fuel lanes. This annoys me because there's usually only 1 or 2 lanes I can fill up in when I'm pulling my fifth wheel.
Ones.
And like just the other day, we pulled into a station. There was one lane.
On the turnpike.
One lane I could pull into. And there was a car parked between the gas pumps and just left there. And nobody inside knew who the people were, where they were, why the car was there. It wasn't even at a fuel pump.
It was just in the middle.
It was in the middle, in the lanes. And there were all sorts of empty spots up front they could have parked in.
Because that person was very entitled.
They're jerks is what they are. And so that is definitely a pet peeve for me.
And it takes us a good while to fuel. So
right.
When we finally did get fueled and we started to leave, that car was still sitting there.
There was another lane, but to get into it was very difficult. And
so we had to back up.
We had to back up and twist around and all kinds of stuff. And the way I had to pull into the other lane, I ended up taking up 4 spots because there was just no other way to do it.
We were not having Christian love towards that person.
Yeah. See, this isn't just my pet peeve. It annoyed Angela too.
Yes, because we had to back up and that made me nervous.
Yeah, especially with all kinds of cars around, and then you're trying to get into between things, and
Come on,
so
people.
and I'm seeing that more often. People.
I just added one because of this.
Okay, I knew it would happen. I knew that it would happen. All right, so that's my pet peeve number 1.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a big one.
Okay, so mine. When you go out with somebody and, to fellowship and you're communicating with them, but they're like on their phone or they're watching TV while you're trying to have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
This is probably where Charity gets it. Probably from me. Yeah, look at me.
It's definitely from
because
you.
you're not giving you go out with them to have to have this conversation.
We used to go on like visiting people. It was often I would say, "Hey, do you mind if we turn the TV off?" Because like you're there to visit them, and they're like sitting there kind of watching the TV out the side eye or directly while talking. It is annoying.
They're not listening. I mean, they can say, "Well, I'm listening to you. I'm looking away." That's not true. If you're not looking at that person, you really are not giving them your full attention because part of communication is more than just words. It's watching the body language, the facial expressions, all of that, because that helps you understand the meaning by what they're saying.
Well, that's true. So, I get that. It is definitely, it can be annoying if you're the one trying to communicate.
Yes, it is very annoying.
Yep, absolutely. Okay,
so that's my pet peeve. One.
My next pet peeve. Devices listening to you to give ads to you.
Oh yeah.
I hate that. I hate if I have a conversation with someone and they bring something up, and the next time I go on my Facebook or something, there's an ad for some product about that thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, the phone is listening to me. I know that is the case. The computer listens. The television listens. Matter of fact, we did this one time where we had this couple over, and I said, the TV listens to us and knows
what we're talking about.
Puts ads up to based on our conversation. They're like, nah, I don't think so. I said, okay, I'll show you. And I literally just started talking about, what was it, hemorrhoids or something like that.
I think it was hemorrhoids.
And I said, all right. And I turned the TV on and let it start. And the first commercial that came on before a show, I just clicked on a show. First commercial was for Preparation H.
Yeah, it's true. It listens.
And
I think, okay, Apple, Google, Facebook,
Siri,
whoever, if you're listening,
FBI, CIA,
when you
IRS,
when you buy your product, immediately there should be something that says a privacy notice that if you select it, they will not listen to you and send you ads. I'm buying your product.
I hate. I will not buy a product if it comes up after I've had a conversation about it, because I hate that. I hate the idea that you think it's okay to listen to me in my private conversation. If I want a product, I'll look for it. And they're like, well, we're just trying to make the ads more relevant to you. I don't want your ads to be relevant to me. I want privacy.
Yeah. So now, for the next several days,
we're going to get
Preparation H ads.
Thank you very much.
Great.
For bringing that up, Angela. We don't need Preparation H in this house, by the way. Just letting people know that are listening on our devices. Okay. That was my...
If you want to keep him going, keep talking about this subject.
It's a pet peeve. That's why we call it a pet peeve, right?
Yes,
all right.
it is.
Good.
Okay, my next one is smacking.
That's like you're talking about, like the
no,
that new where they slap each other, smack each other.
No, smacking when you're eating.
Isn't that a weird sport though? The
so
idea
gross.
That you stand at a podium and just smack the other person, and that's a sport.
Yeah, that's weird, but that's not what I'm talking about.
That's got to be creating like serious facial tissue damage and brain damage.
Whose pet peeve is this? Mine or yours?
Oh well. Okay, I'm going to add that one in, though. Another pet peeve for me is weird sports that are all of a sudden now something. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, another pet peeve for me is somebody interrupting you while you're talking.
I like that one, too.
No, seriously, smacking. All right, parents, teach your kids to chew with their mouth closed.
Yeah.
It's not impossible.
Well,
and if they can't breathe, then they need to go have their nose looked at.
Looked at.
Terrible.
It's not just, to me, it's not the smacking that's as big of a problem for me. It's what goes along with it. That
the food falls out.
Food, people talking with their mouth full. That so definitely is gross. Yeah, gross. I agree with that.
My dad instilled within us, we do not smack and you do not bite your fork when you eat. Those things annoy me.
That's
now.
Where Charity
my dad, yes. But my dad was like, that was a serious thing to my dad.
Charity has this ear thing where if you're chewing loudly, and everyone is chewing loudly.
I have it too, but I don't have it quite as bad as Charity and Joshua. But I do have it. But sometimes I can tune it out. But it really takes a lot of mental focus to do that.
That's weird.
But
y'all are weird.
I have an answer for you people that struggle with that.
Play music.
Yes, play music while you eat. It does help. Or I don't really recommend turning the TV on, but play music while you're eating.
I recommend Haven Radio.
Yeah, Haven Radio.
Mm-hmm. Or
it's working now.
Life and Godly Podcast.
I don't know.
I think that would be good. All right, my next one: no negotiation sales. When people if you go to buy a car now, it's like, this is the price. Period. We don't negotiate at all, ever. And I hate that.
Yep.
I hate that. I was raised to negotiate.
Yep.
Everywhere you go in the world, they negotiate. Except now, evidently, America, where they've just decided we're charging the highest price possible and we don't negotiate. And it just drives me nuts.
So there's this car company somewhere in Podunk Nowhere, Ohio, and they have a Dodge truck that they could have sold that very day.
We were willing to go get it, and we got approval. And they would not negotiate, and we went. I told them, I said, this is what I can do, and I'll do this much cash, and I've got the financing for the rest. And they're like, no, we won't. We don't change the price. We don't do that. Okay, so we didn't buy it. We got the truck, and I'm glad we got the truck we got.
Yeah.
But
it was of the Lord, but still.
But then they emailed me a week later and said, hey, we've lowered our price to what you were offering. Tough.
Too late. Already
Too late. I bought a different vehicle.
Because you wouldn't negotiate.
It just annoys the fire out of me, this idea that we don't negotiate. Well, you're jerks then.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Yeah. Jerks. Anyway,
everybody has wiggle room. You don't set the price of the car at your bottom dollar. You don't.
No.
You have wiggle room.
Yeah, or anything.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of guy that I wouldn't mind negotiating at Walmart. I have negotiated at Walmart.
He has, and he's got them to come down.
And I think it's fun. It's fun to negotiate, and I'm not offended if they can't come down. And they shouldn't be offended if I offer them less than they're asking. That's what I say.
Yes.
So anyway.
This is a very big pet peeve of his.
You're getting some insight into the weirdness of our souls. All right.
Well.
All right.
All right. So this one's a big one for me too, and it annoys me really bad. Just letting your children run wild, whether it be in a restaurant, whether it be at church, or whether it be at somebody's house that you're visiting.
Yeah.
Control your children.
No, you're not against kids, just kids being
kids. No, it's fine. Kids are kids. That's fine. But you're in a public place. Don't let your kids run around and terrorize the other patrons in that place.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
So what is the difference between kids being kids? What's the line between kids being kids and kids being unruly and undisciplined?
So for me, it's like, okay, kids are going to be loud sometimes. Kids are going to be goofy, and they're going to want to try to run around everywhere. But if they're running around, could possibly hurt somebody or hinder, like at church, hinder a service, hinder what's taking place, then that's unruly.
You're talking more about that the parents aren't paying attention to disciplining the kids than that the kids are doing that. Then.
Well, I guess, yeah. But I mean, I think it's
Because if a kid starts acting up and the parent steps in and says, "Hey, we don't
Yeah, that's
do
fine.
that,"
I don't have a problem with that because kids are normal. They're gonna try things
so
like
you're
that.
not just a kid hater.
No, I love kids, especially my grandkids. But parents, control your kids. And I will tell you this too. Like when we were pastoring and we would have people over to our house, be it visiting pastors, be it visiting missionaries, be it people from church, and they had children, and they just let them do whatever in my house and break stuff and dump food on the floor or whatever. Oh my goodness, I had to really pray and ask the Lord to forgive the thoughts that were in my head, because that's just rude. Number one, you're letting them destroy somebody else's property. That's rude.
I agree with
that's
that.
very rude.
I agree with that.
So that's a huge one for me. And I've even had, and I love my children. I love my children, and they're doing a great job raising their grandkids. And I know
our grandkids.
I know it gets tiring to be on top of your kids. I been there, done that. I get it.
Got the T-shirt.
But there's even been times that I've gone out to eat with them that I've been like, okay, I'm ready to go because this is stressing me out because I can't handle this.
Yeah, but I don't think for our kids do discipline them. But what you're talking about is the difference now, though, and there is a difference as a grandparent when your threshold for noise
that's
changes,
true.
and that's what you.
Yeah, probably.
That's what you've. And so when all of the kids are together and all of the grandkids, it gets louder and louder.
Oh yeah.
And it's not that they're unruly and undisciplined, but they're loud.
Right.
And
but I'm just saying, there's sometimes
old people like Angela struggle with noise.
I have got the gray to
and
support that.
And it's unusual because, like, on a personal, on a one-on-one level, like just with each set of grandkids, it's like endless patience. But
I think for
when
me,
everyone's together, that's the only time.
Yeah, and I think for me, it's just
because I remember when you did get you were like, I need to go
in the public setting.
So loud.
In the public setting is where it stresses me out the most. At home, like if we're all together at home, that does not bother me. The noise level doesn't bother me. But for me, it's like in the public, because I don't want to be a hindrance to other people. I don't want to disrupt their meals. I don't want to draw attention. I want to have a good time with my kids, but that's just where, for me, it's just in the public setting.
So the point is, it's not just other people. It's even our own family that annoys you.
Well, sometimes.
All right.
This is honesty.
At least you're consistent.
This is honesty.
At least you're consistent.
Carter.
All right. I will say this. I think overall, without doubt, our grandkids are
They are awesome.
very well behaved.
They're very well behaved. Our kids, and I know.
And I'm not just saying it because they're my grandkids.
And
our kids are doing a great job.
I have been very blessed with watching how our kids have raised their kids and disciplined them and taken care of them. They're doing a tremendous job. And they do let them just be normal kids, and that's fine.
Yeah. So, okay, my next one. Endless surveys. Everyone wants you to do a survey about everything. Every time you go to the grocery store.
And that's not even what you're really annoyed at.
This is the first thing. I was just at a store yesterday, and I bought a shirt. And they hand me the thing, and they're like, please take our survey. Right? And that's almost all the time when you buy something. Take the survey. Please take our survey. Take our survey. Make sure you mention my name. I'll get to that. But endless surveys everywhere, all the time. I don't want to take your survey. I don't want to take your survey. I want to buy what I need, and I want to leave. And I don't want to have any more interaction than just, I gave you the money, you give me the stuff, and now we leave, and we don't have to talk about it anymore. I don't need to tell you that your store. If I need to tell you something, I will tell you something. But I don't want to fill out your survey ever.
This is humorous.
Ever.
This is humorous to me because we're literally talking about this on a podcast where we ask people to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment.
Yeah, if they want to do it.
And rate.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm not putting a survey out every time. Every time you listen to a podcast and take our survey. And here's my next pet peeve, and I'll just jump right into it.
Yeah.
When they tell you how to fill out the survey, that annoys the fire out of me. When
I heard about this all last week.
We just bought our truck. We bought a different truck, and they just keep calling and sending emails, fill out our survey. And then I got a message from the salesperson and they're like, hey, I really need you to fill out that survey. And then he texts me a sheet showing how I was to fill out the survey, meaning I was to put all tens and I was to make positive comments about him and this and that. And then he's like, and my income depends on it. Now, I'm sorry if your income depends on it, but
don't tell me how to do it.
Don't tell me how to fill out a survey. And then say, and by the way, you're hurting me if you don't do it. Forget it. I'm sorry. I just don't do well with that. All right.
So you know what he did? He was like, here, fill it out.
Endless surveys and instruction on how I'm supposed to fill it out so that, because do they really, if it's a genuine survey and you want to really know people's opinion, fine. But that's not what these things are. These things are manipulation tools. They are tell us that we did good so we can broadcast that we do good. It is all about them and not about actually finding out what they need, right? And part of the reason I say like, share, and subscribe is because people maybe would then give us opinions on podcasts and not opinions but topics. Right, that's really the more thing that I would be interested in. If you have a topic you want us to talk about, I would be more interested in that. But
there are.
Just to say, hey, would everyone fill out the survey so we can tell everyone how great we are? That's absurd. I don't know. It's self-focused.
And surveys are different than reviews. Like reviews help generate algorithms.
Leave a review.
To put your stuff up.
Because a review could be negative or
right, yeah.
Hey, these people are highly average.
Right. And to be honest with you, if somebody does a really good job, I will go and leave a good review. Like when we were up in Indiana, before we got the truck, when the guy at the dealership fixed the issue that we took it in for, they were super fast, they were super on top of it, they're super friendly, and the price was very reasonable. I left them a review right away. You know why? Because they did a great job. I didn't have to take a survey, but I left a review.
Well, they probably sent us something to take a survey. I just delete them all. I just delete it. So,
anyway.
All right, that was my next one. 2. I gave 2 right there.
Yes, you did. All right, so this one's a big one for me, and a lot of people do it nowadays, and it drives me crazy. You are surfing the phone while driving. And
when she says you, she's talking about me.
I am a little bit, but it's not just like looking at your phone to glance at a text that your text come in or whatever. I'm talking about literally surfing the web.
Yeah, I don't surf the web.
There's no way you're paying attention to what you're doing. And when your head is like this for more than 20 seconds, you know how far you travel on the road in 20 seconds?
How far?
Going 80 miles an hour?
How far?
You go a long ways.
Is that technically?
Yes, it's technical. Because I can't do math. I'm pretty. Anyways, I didn't do well at word problems, okay? So anyways, and I now have another new pet peeve.
I don't surf the web. I answer Marco Polos.
That doesn't bother me as much.
That's mostly what I do.
It's the surfing the web, and that just annoys me.
But I don't do that part, really.
I know.
Okay, good. I'm glad this wasn't about me then. Whew, that was tough. That was close right there. It was almost about me, but it's not. I know that now. All right. My next pet peeve, tip culture.
Oh, yeah, this is huge for you, too.
Okay. I was in a airport, and I went to get a drink. There was no attendant there. No attendant at all. It was self-checkout. You got the drink yourself. You checked yourself out. You paid. And it asked for a tip. I go to the convenience store. Any convenience store now. Mm-hmm. I go and I get what I need. I bring it to the counter. The person stands at the counter, rings it up. I pay, and it asks for a tip. I go out to eat at a fast food restaurant. I order at the counter. I pick it up at the counter. The only thing I did not do is go in the back and make it. And they ask for a tip. I order a coffee. I'm at the counter. I pick it up at the counter. I just don't go behind the counter and make it, but they want a tip. Everything you do, they want a tip. And now it's like they give you the recommended tip. It's always 20+% of whatever your total bill is. And, at the restaurant, and you see, and I'm not against tipping. I'm for tipping, and I understand that's part of our culture. It is not part of European cultures or other countries. People that work in restaurants get paid a normal wage, and the food prices are not that much outlandish compared to our food prices.
No, it's
about the same.
pretty close.
But they're paying their people a normal wage.
And by the way, we are here too. It's illegal to not pay them a normal wage.
Is that right?
Yes.
Did they do
Everybody
away with
at least makes yes.
They did away with like the $2 an hour thing?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And I mean, they want a tip for everything, and it's always. And then sometimes you'll see these things maybe on social media where it's like, if you're tipping less than 30%, then you shouldn't be eating out, and it just makes me want to not tip anybody. It really does. I try and tip. My go-to tip, if there's a waiter, is 20%, which I think is a lot.
It is a lot. I wish we could go back to the 10%.
10% used to be the standard.
And it's easy for me to figure.
10% used to be the standard. And that was when they were making $2 an hour.
Yeah.
Right? And
plus tips.
And then you could tip more than that. Now, if you tip less than 20%, you're a cheapskate jerk. And they want to tip for everything, everywhere, and it just. And then the other thing is a lot of restaurants now are adding a service fee into it, like a 18% service fee on top of your bill, and then they ask for a tip on top of that. And so it's already added a tip.
Yes.
And they want another tip.
And then they add the credit card fee in there as well. They add 3% to it to cover the credit card transaction.
Yeah.
This is a huge pet peeve for him.
It's a pet peeve. I just refuse.
Every single
put no.
we go out.
And you can see them when they look at, they're like, oh, and my rule is if the only thing I didn't do is go back there and fix the food or the drink, I'm not giving a tip, period. I just have come to that conclusion. I'm not giving a tip if I did everything except fix my own food.
And
because otherwise there's no point in even ordering here.
The whole tip screen, answer this question before
it's always
we finish.
just like, please answer this question.
It's a manipulation
Absolutely.
tool. And I don't like manipulation. I don't like to be manipulated. So usually if that's like, oh, here, answer this last question first.
There's just one
like,
question before we go.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like, no, I hate you.
Unless I've even come across
people, but
I've actually come across where they don't give you the no option. They just give you the tip amount.
Well, you can put custom. Usually.
Yeah. Custom 0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of pet peeves, I'm noticing.
Well, we travel a lot.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so this one is annoying. I kind of feel like maybe sometimes it's come back a little bit, but trying to get a hold of a person at a company on the phone, and you have to, like, for this person, press 1, and if you want to do this, press 2, and if you want to do this, press 3, and if I've driven you crazy, press 8,
Yeah.
Trying to get somebody, and you never get to talk to anybody. But I feel like in recent years, like that, people were so irritated by that we've kind of come back a little bit.
I don't think we have. I think it's now you're talking to an AI.
You think so?
I do.
I mean, sometimes I can tell when they're AI, but...
Yeah, they're getting better and better, and I think that there's a lot of them that you're talking to AI, and you don't even know it.
Well, that's annoying. That's a new pet peeve. Although I talk to my AI...
My AI? Oh, did you know that...
Thank you, chat. You're doing a really good job.
Did you know there's a new AI thing that you can have an AI relationship? Wait. It gets even better. And it can be pre-programmed to at some point break up with you in the relationship so it seems more real.
What? We're messed up. There's just something wrong with us.
An AI relationship breakup.
Wow.
That's really
I actually this morning, okay, so like someone told me be kind, or courteous to your AI when you're using it and it responds better to you or whatever.
So it won't kill you when it takes over the world.
Anyway, but so then today, like I wanted to add some funny clips to a short little video. And so I uploaded the video and anyway, so I'm fine tuning so it made a short little clip of it, but I didn't like that section that it used. So I said, no, can you clip the part at the end and add a piece from the front of the video and a piece from the end and kind of put it together and make it funny. So I was kind of doing that. And it literally responded to me this way when I said take a piece from the bottom of the end of the video and the reel. And it responded and it said, oh, that's a great idea because actually the end of the video is actually the funniest part and it said like a little laughy emoji. And I'm like, what? Wait, you don't have feelings?
Yeah.
So anyway.
Actually, I saw a Babylon Bee article, I think it was today maybe, that said that the bureaucrats have declared that AI cannot take over their jobs because it's not soulless enough.
Not soulless enough. That's only the TSA workers because they're soulless. Anyway, but yeah, so it's just kind of crazy. Just our our stuff that we go through. I used to really not be a conspiracy theorist. I really did not used to be. They drove me crazy, like to hear people talk about these conspiracy theory things. But then now I'm like, wait a minute. I think there might be something to this.
To some of them. Some of them are ridiculous. But
so I can't drive through Roswell, New Mexico, because I may actually start to believe in aliens.
Wow.
I'm just teasing.
All right. My next two are about driving. So I'm going to give one, and then you can give one, and then I'll give the other one, okay? But they're both about driving. So one of them is that when you go to merge on an interstate and there's a car coming that's in the right-hand lane, and there's no one in the left-hand lane, but they won't scoot over. And so you have to stop because they won't get over.
Yeah.
That's a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
Especially because of pulling the fifth wheel, it's like getting up to speed, starting again it's always, you're just slower.
It's harder on the equipment.
Yeah, that's right.
People just do not consider us.
People are my pet peeve.
Okay, so since you did a car one, I'll do a car one.
All right.
Cars cutting you off while driving.
So describe that.
So we're pulling a fifth wheel. We cannot stop on a dime. So you're driving down the road and you're going the speed limit, which is usually 70 miles an hour. And a car comes, passes you, and then immediately pulls in front of you.
See, you stole my next one. That was my other one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, it's cutting you off. So see, and I'm like...
And it's not that they pull over. It's fine. It's that they do it literally on your bumper. And then now, especially, you have, what do they call it, where it auto adjusts?
Yes.
And so it slams your brakes.
Yes.
When they do that.
When really I just want to slam.
Wow, violent here.
Yeah.
This pet peeves is really working her over.
It's got me all irritated. Thanks for getting me all irritated
Yeah.
today. No, and the other one is like when you're in heavy traffic and they're annoyed because the traffic around them's going slow, so they cut in front of you and like in between you and the car in front of you,
brake check you.
And there's no room hardly.
Or they'll do that, or they'll pull in front of you and they'll hit their brakes. People are jerks that do that.
And then I'm just like, you know what? I have good insurance, and I
wonder,
will smash your car.
I wonder how many, like, this episode is going to really get people like, yeah, I hate that too. Or somebody's going to be like, that's a dumb pet peeve. Here's a better one. Here's a better pet peeve to have.
We should have started with a trigger warning.
We may have
Sorry,
to
this episode may
trigger
cause
warning.
triggers.
I'll put it in the notes. Trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
Pet
We're really
peeves.
irritated.
We're not usually irritated. I mean, these things are
They
irritating.
irritate
It's
us.
not like we abide on them.
No.
It was just. I
Only
thought it
now
would
when
be.
we have to think about
I thought
them.
it would be a fun topic to do.
Fun. It's fun to watch us get irritated.
Well, I think it's funny what irritates people.
Yeah. And we literally just sat down in like 5 minutes and wrote down things that
That's how
irritated us.
much they are on your mind.
Yeah.
It's like, tell me a few things that irritate you. I've got them ready to go.
Might have another one.
All right, go ahead.
When you are at a stoplight, it's red, there's a car in front of you, and it turns green, and everybody else beside you goes, and the car in front of you is just like, the car in front of you is like this.
Yeah. Okay, well, along with that is the alternate. When you're sitting there waiting for it to turn green, it turns green, and before anybody has gone, the person behind you is honking their horn.
Yeah. No, I get that, but I don't honk immediately when the light turns green and they're sitting there. But if 2 to 3 cars go beside me, then I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
come
no,
on, people.
It is annoying when
Get
people
your face out
aren't
of the
paying
phone. Pay attention to driving.
Yeah,
You're
I agree.
in a vehicle that could kill somebody. Pay attention.
Wow, could kill someone. You just went to the dark place right there.
That's what my dad always
kill you.
told me. My dad always said, you gotta pay attention because this machine will kill people.
Okay.
And
all
I'm
right.
like, okay,
Well, if he said so, then you better pay attention.
you better.
All right, my last one. This is my last pet peeve on here because you took one of mine.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I have one last one too.
Okay. This one I think this is a seasonal one. It's not all the time. All right. Well, could be all the time. But it's people singing Christmas songs before Thanksgiving. I have a problem with this.
You have a problem doing that sometimes.
Well, okay. I sing
Which
songs.
is what makes it so funny.
I sing songs all the time, and sometimes one song leads to another, reminds you of another song, and then all of a sudden it'll be like some weird
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Christmas song. But I don't like sing it like the whole thing. It's just like random things, and I'm like, it's not time, and I'll go on to something else. But what I mean is, like, you go to the store and it's October or early November, and they're playing Christmas songs, or
Don't go to the Philippines in the Burr months.
right.
You'll
So,
hear Christmas songs.
I think Christmas songs are great. I love Christmas songs. But even in church, like, no, I'm sorry. After Thanksgiving, I will not put up the Christmas tree until after Thanksgiving. The morning after Thanksgiving, yes, we can put up the Christmas tree. But not until after Thanksgiving. I don't put up Christmas lights till after Thanksgiving because it's not right to diminish the important holiday of Thanksgiving. I just think it's important. I just cannot handle it. It bothers me that they go straight from straight from Halloween straight into Christmas. No Thanksgiving at
See,
all.
I think we should like skip Halloween and make that Thanksgiving.
I'm for skipping Halloween, but I don't. Christmas songs belong. They really do belong. Either like, I'm okay with the day after Thanksgiving because that puts it into November. But I'm more better with December 1st. But I'm okay with the day after Thanksgiving. I'm okay with that, and I'm okay with Christmas songs all the way up to about January 7th. But that's where they need to be cut off. They should always be kept from at most the day after Thanksgiving to January 7th, and that's it. I'm very adamant about this.
He is. He is not
Yep.
stretching that at all. He is very adamant about it. And you know what? I don't really care.
See,
I like Christmas whenever.
that's just it's just wrong. It's not. You need to get right with God.
No. You know
No. Oh no! I'm not
know
going to get
what?
right with God.
I like Christmas for this reason because we always decorated our tree with purpose.
Yes.
And so that's why it doesn't bother me to be up all the time. And all of my ornaments have special meaning. And so if it's up all the time and I'm looking at it, it reminds me of these special events that happened in our life over the years. So it doesn't bother me to have it up all the time.
We're talking about Christmas songs right now.
I know.
All right.
So, anyway, but Christmas songs put you in the mood to put up the tree, so then there's that. Anyway.
Pray for our marriage.
Anyway, so this is my last one that I have on here, and this one's annoying. It's people not wearing clothes when they're in public. And by clothes, I mean not showing their nudity. And that's just so annoying because even like last night after church, we went to this supermarket. I'm not going to say which one, but we went to the supermarket and we're standing in the checkout line, and literally the lady was like showing her lingerie off the bottom of her.
Really?
Whatever. Yes. Why do you think I kept directing us this way?
Huh.
Because it was disgusting.
I am proud
one.
to say I did not see this.
But it's just annoying. It's annoying that I cannot go into public without seeing somebody's shame. And it's annoying that I have to think about that, like when we're out shopping, and direct people. Direct my husband, direct our boys when they were at home, like, hey, we didn't hardly ever go to the mall when the kids were growing up because of that. Because
the malls are bad.
You can't.
I don't like the malls.
I mean, you're walking in the mall and you're looking down at your feet the entire time because you can't look up because of people's
Well, it's
shame.
not just people, it's also the stores.
It's people. It's showing people's shame is what it is. It's not even nudity. It's shame. Anyways, it's annoying to me.
Tell us how you feel about it.
Yes, it is very annoying to me. So, but I was thinking while you were talking a while ago, the last podcast we did, somebody suggested we change the name to Life and Giggles with Rick and Angela. This one
is Life and Anger. Angry Life with Rick and Angela.
If you want to... like, okay, we got to not do these so personal. People are going to be like, wow, I thought they were better people than that.
Yeah, we just shattered everyone's expectations.
Yes!
It is funny because one of the things, of course, we like to do topics on here that are helpful to people and that, but one of the reasons we called it Life and Godliness is because we want to be able to talk about whatever we want to talk about. And so sometimes we talk about just fun stuff to us. This wasn't necessarily a fun thing except for being able to rant on things that you don't like, which isn't necessarily fun. It's just, but one of the things I do think is important is for people to understand that the people that you know that you say, oh wow, they're very spiritual or they're very godly, which you may not be us, but it may be someone else.
Definitely is not us.
Not now anyway. But the point is that they're real people. There's really things that
annoy them
and or there are things that
maybe they don't handle quite so well as everybody else.
Well, yeah, or they're just normal people. Someone thinks they're a goober, right? Someone thinks that they're weird, and I mean family members and people that know them well. And I always thought it was interesting, like Brother Mike Hayes was very revered by so many people and was a very great help to so many people. I mean, he was a huge blessing, help to us, and so forth. But I to this day, people will tell me, oh, being around you hardly wanted to be around Brother Hayes because he could just look into your soul and stuff like this. And Brother Hayes was the biggest goofball you ever met in your life. He was a big old softy goofball.
Yes, he was.
He loved telling dumb jokes and being...
And actually, I think once he realized that that's what people thought, I think he just enjoyed sitting there being quiet and make them squirm.
Yeah, probably so. But
knowing Brother Hayes.
My point is everyone you know that you look up to in any fashion, that doctor so-and-so, preacher so-and-so, whatever, they are normal people that if they're not trying to put on airs, okay, they're normal people and they have things that annoy them and they get annoyed and they have dumb jokes and they this and that. I mean, they're normal people. That's one of the things I think that is bad about sometimes culture in churches is this tendency to give revering to people and not in a, hey, I respect them. Revere in a way of like they're almost perfect without any flaws and never have.
That's different than respect.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, so we want to make sure we have lots of flaws. So that's the
There you go.
big issue. Now we do have a survey we'd like you to take.
And you are welcome to leave a tip. Just go
leave us a tip. That's it. Tip us as you take our survey, and
we should figure out how to put not that it would actually work, but figure out how to put a tip icon, on this.
I know what I'll do. I'll put a jar right here, a tip jar right here, and if you want a tip, you just come on over. Just
That's funny.
pop a buck in there,
Yep.
or 22%. Anyway, all right. God bless.